I'm gonna blow this piece of shit up in 3, 2, 1.
By the way, bro.
Great, I just wrecked it.
The next day.
I should have never swapped this thing.
The next day. The next day.
I truly don't know if I've ever been this mad in a video before. What's up, it's Casey from Caseyscustoms. This video is the start to finish build on my custom 1957 Chevy. When this thing first came in the shop, it had been sitting in a barn for a few decades. We put a nice big LS in it. We lowered it down, all new brakes. We painted it. We wrecked it a couple times. We finally got it all done. It's one of my favorite cars ever. I love it. I'm never gonna get rid of it. But for now, let's get to the footage of when it first rolled in the shop. The first car I ever owned was a 1957 Chevy. My grandpa bought it for me when I was 7. I spray painted my name on it like a jerk 7-year-old would. And I ended up building that car when I was 18 years old. Here's some pictures of it. Yes, I'm doing bullhorns. It was like 2003, so whatever. Check it out. I'm so excited. I haven't even looked at it yet. We just got unloaded. It also came with a very fun motor, a little Corvette LS3, and I haven't even looked at it yet. Look at how dusty it is. Look at this. That's worth... I mean, we could sell the barn dust for probably 100 grand on eBay, you know, just turn your old clunker into a barn find with that dust. Let's check it out real quick. 2-door, hard top. Oh, man. The interior's pretty dang good. Ooh. Wow, the interior is actually really nice. I think this might have been an older restoration. I don't think it's all original. Matter of fact, I know it's not all original now that I see this is painted. The door strikers do not come painted from the factory, so probably redid the interior and paint, I don't know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago it looks like. Super nice though, very excited. We're gonna do LS3 in it. Check it out, got the hood open. Like I said, there's no motor and transmission. Wiring doesn't look great either. Probably gonna need to redo that, which I assumed. I don't see any rust, which is a good sign. The great thing about these Tri-5 Chevys is they're so popular. I haven't even looked yet, but I guarantee they make a bolt-on kit for an LS motor. You know, 4L60 or 4L80 transmission. I guarantee they have one. So definitely need to buy some mounts, get some of that stuff coming, but not bad at all. It is definitely a semi-restored deal. Probably 20 or 30 years ago. Look at this. They just kind of sprayed it to get it a different color. We're not doing anything on the exterior. The exterior looks perfect. I kind of love that it's kind of old and weathered, but we definitely need to update brakes and all that fun stuff. I mean, look at the master cylinder. That ain't gonna stop nothing with a Corvette motor in it. Check out the trunk. I got it open too. Trunk looks very nice. There is also our front bumper. Some of our front bumper. I take that back. Looks like we might be missing... Oh no, they're both there. Okay, cool. I definitely need to order some bolts, get that put back together and get it put on. I don't know why they took that off. I wonder why they took that off. I see that the radiator support and stuff is loose. Obviously, they had to take this out when they pulled the motor. So all that's loose. I'll go ahead and probably put that up in my storage so that it's out of the way. But man, I'm excited. This is a really cool car. It's definitely not perfect. This definitely isn't like a $100,000 restoration or anything, but it's a really good starting point, especially if we're going to put a big nasty motor in it and have some fun with it. Sweet. I'm really excited. Woo-hoo-hoo! It's a friggin' 57 Chevy, baby. Whoa, holy shit, that's enough. Damn. Easy, god damn! I spilled it on every single one. That's all right. Luckily, one of the Loctite reps sent me a whole bunch. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the frame sides on here too. I don't know, I might change my mind on that. But either way, it's time to put her in. Nothing gets the heart rate quite as high as having an engine entirely too much in the air. Easy. Ooh, easy. Come on, bitch. I got the GoPro on the hoist. It just pointed at the ceiling right now. Ooh, easy. Stop twisting, stop twisting. I don't like that. Stop twisting. Stop twisting. Oh. There we go. There, it's not bad. I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. Twist it a little bit. Oof. I might have to jack it up because I'm hitting the A-arms. The hoist is hitting the A-arms. This happens a lot with lower cars. Easy, baby, easy. Easy. Easy, mama. Oh, shit. Definitely gotta jack it up. Let's jack it up real quick. Pause. Should is always a fun word, though. Just a little bit more. Come on. Not hitting anything. Where's that going? Come on. What the hell are we hitting? What the fuck? I'm getting pissed. There's fucking nothing holding this thing up right now. I don't understand. Am I at the firewall? I mean, I'm still not at the firewall. I gotta go too. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. In there now. Let's see what happens when we drop it. Oh wow, this has been a fun day. Look at this. I had all the drawers out. Piece of shit. I'm gonna go ahead and take the day off because I'm gonna start punching stuff. We'll hit this tomorrow. Are you holding it? Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect. Now, the problem was the stock oil pan I have is wrong. The stock exhaust I have is wrong. So none of that would work. And I didn't want to make my mounts permanent until I knew exactly where it was going to sit with the right oil pan. And luckily, this is the right oil pan. This oil pan is made for Tri-5 Chevys with an LS swap. And I also have the exhaust for it. So we're going to go ahead, yank this out, get the oil pan changed out, and then we can get the motor in there. Some people might think, well, that's ass backwards. Why didn't you wait for this oil pan? This oil pan took weeks to get here, and I wasn't even sure it was the right one to begin with. So it was easier just to get the stuff put in there. The steering rod I took out is super easy to replace. It took like 10 minutes to take out. It'll take 10 minutes to put back. So I wanted to get everything in there so I knew it would fit. That way I could see exactly what I needed to order, and now we know. Let's yank this baby out. First thing I need to do before we start yanking it out is move my transmission mount. The transmission mount is actually sitting exactly where it needs to be. So the motor and everything is on the mounts where they need to be. They're just not welded or bolted in yet. So the first thing I need to do is get a jack under there, slide that mount out, and then this whole motor is going to want to tip back like that, and then we can yank it out. Let's crawl under there. It is so cold I have to turn the heater back on. Okay, she's out. Actually came out very easy, knock on wood, where, oh my God, there's no wood in this freaking shop. Ah, that's not a good sign. That's not, oh, wait. I'm an idiot. Knock on wood, it came out very easy. Hopefully it goes back in very easily. I have popped a couple sensors off, draining the oil now, getting ready to pop the pan off. I don't love working on it on a hoist. It's super, super shady, but I'm gonna try and get away with it. I got a couple oh shit situations just in case something goes wrong, it won't fall on me. We're gonna do this as quickly as possible. So let's try and get this oil pan swapped out. Also, I just popped it open and took a look at it. It's really nice. This thing is like 2 inches of solid aluminum in some places. So very, very happy with the quality of it. I don't even know who made it. I can't remember. It's off one of the ones off Amazon. It wasn't super expensive either. Let's not taunt the devil too much and let's get this thing out of here real quick. All right, here's where we get dirty. Oh my God, I might have pissed my pants a little bit. It just fell off the jack. Sit. Come on. Why are you not? There we go. That wasn't that bad. Oh, I think that's just the indention in the oil. She definitely was ready for an oil change. Ooh, look how goopy that is. I don't know how low mileage this engine was. If it was low mileage, they had some really shitty oil they were using. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just the indentions in it. That's all right. I thought I was stealing metal chunks for a second. Looks like the gasket came off real easy too. Now, we have to change, you won't be able to see it up here. We have to change the oil pickup tube as well. See it under there? It came with the new one because obviously it's gonna be picking it up more from the back than it is in the middle. So, can I do this one-handed? Kinda. There you go. We gotta change that out as well. We want everything in the rear now and not. This one's kind of in the rear, but it's a little bit more forward than the other one. Yeah, let's change that out real quick too. Check it out. Got the pickup tube changed. Got the new pan out. Got the gasket sitting on it. Now, this is not light. Now we gotta get it up in there and try and make the bolts go on without this moving, even though this gasket is bent and kind of a piece of shit. We should be able to take care of it. And then I have a couple studs I forgot about that broke on the exhaust. Probably go ahead and change those or fix those now while it's out before we get it all back in the car. Let's tackle this first. Sweet! Oil pan is changed. Great news, I don't have to get under this scary death trap anymore. I did break a couple exhaust studs. It's an LS, so naturally we got broken exhaust studs. Well, that stud there isn't great either. Huh. I wonder if I should do it now or do it in the car. I might, you know what I do? I'm gonna probably put it down on the ground and then do these, maybe. I don't know. One of them is bolted to the exhaust stud, the chain, but I don't love that. That doesn't look great. Biggest fan of that bolt right there. Yeah, we're probably gonna drop it down and then we're gonna start fixing these exhaust studs. The way to do it is you weld a nut on the broken stud and then back it out. I think there's like 4 or 5 that need done, which is very upsetting. But yeah, let's get it situated before we do anything. Okay, got her sat down. Looks like we have 3 broken ones on this side and then 1 on the other side. The very front ones are always known for it. Those break almost every single time. And naturally, that's the only one that's broke on the other side. Now, what you can do, there's a bunch of different ways, obviously. One of the ways you can do is try and grab it with a pair of vice grips. Try and yank it out that way. That's a real pain in the ass. Luckily, the way these broke, because they didn't shear off flat, you know, it didn't just break down in the block. What you can do with these is take a nut that's a little bit bigger, thread it on, and then put a big old nasty weld on it. So hopefully it grabs as much of that as it can, and then you just use a socket around this nut to pull the whole thing out. It's by far the easiest way to do it, and it's usually the most successful way. There's guys on TikTok that own machine shops. They have the machines to do all this. This is literally how they do it. They will weld a nut on a bolt and get it out. So 3 on this side, 1 on the other side. I'm gonna probably hit them with a wire wheel so that hopefully I get some of the rust off of there so the weld can grab it as best it can. Then we'll do it. So let's clean them up and start welding.
me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my truth.
Ooh, let's go! Let's see if we can get lucky 2 times in a row. All right, let her cool down a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. It's moving, but it ain't moving easy. Ooh, oh, I don't know if I'm turning or if the nuts. Ooh, it looks like it's turning. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, it's cool. Notice how I said how hot is it, and then I touched it 10 times to see. I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, check it out. Awesome. All right, we got 2 down, got 2 to go. All right, let's see if we can get lucky for a 3rd time. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that one's really tight. That's not good. Maybe. Ooh, damn, that one. That one is a lot tighter than the other ones were. We might need some more leverage. Here's where we round the nut off and just get really pissed. I can't tell. That is not working as well as I'd like. Ooh, oh man, damn. Come on, bitch. Ooh, man, these front ones suck. Oh, it might have just twisted. It is still really freaking tight. Holy shit. Bada bing, baby. 3 for 3. Haven't had one break yet. I probably just jinxed it by saying that, but let's go try the last one. All right, last one. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Oh, wow. I don't want to jinx it, but it's already pretty dang loose. Some people might watch this and go, why wouldn't you just use a socket? Socket has a better chance of breaking it off. And also, a lot of times after you do the big weld on the nut, the socket won't fit. But you throw an impact on this right off the bat, you'll just pull that weld right off of that stud. I mean, 4 for 4, baby. 4 for 4. I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. Great news, getting those exhaust studs pulled out was the last of the prep work we need to do before we can get her back in the car. It technically should never need to come back out after I get it in there this time. Oh, I take that back. There is prep work. I need to grind the metal, get it clean on these edges right here, because that is where my mounts will go. You can bolt them in or weld them in. I'm gonna weld them in. So we need to get all that cleaned out. That's gonna be a hell of a lot easier to do right now before there's a motor in it. So we're gonna do that, then it's going in. Check it. Surfaces are prepped. Went ahead and threw the mounts back on. Got everything ready. She is looking great. So happy. This was a very, very productive day. Granted, I've been here 10 hours, but still a good day. Let's get the old bitch thrown back in there. Check them out. She is in there sitting pretty. We still got to finish up the mounts because I ran out of time today, but they're basically ready to go. I also changed the position of my chain. So right now I have it held up by the jack and then held up by the hoist so I can get it exactly where I want it, side to side. When I had the chain back here in the middle, I kind of wanted to twist, but now it's sitting there with tension and it's just floating the way it should. So tomorrow we will come in here and get those mounts put up somewhere where they need to be and then put a big old fat weld on them. Do the same thing on the back and we'll start moving to the next thing. I think once I get the mounts done, I want to test fit my headers. It gets really tight over there with the steering from what I've seen. So I'm gonna get all that shit done tomorrow, but it is late. I am tired, so we'll be back tomorrow, baby.
The next day.
It's the next day. We are on the beautiful 1957 Chevy. I left here yesterday. I could not get my mounts to line up to the frame all the way. The motor's in there kind of crooked a little bit. The goal is I need to lift this up so I can get that mount over to the frame, tack weld it, get the other mount over to the other side of the frame, get it tack welded. Then I'm gonna go back here and check where my transmission tunnel is. I had a guy who does a bunch of these. He said, transmission mount, you want to add about an inch to them so it drops it down a little bit lower so you have no problems with your drive shaft tunnel. So I haven't done that yet. So whenever I get this where I think it needs to be, I'm going to crawl into there and make sure I have plenty of room for, you know, shifter and all kinds of fun stuff like that, because this car, I don't know if I've shown it or not, this car has a very, very nice interior and I do not want to come in here and have to cut all that up. So Basically, I'm rambling. I do that whenever I don't want to work. It is also so cold right now, I can't feel my fingers, and I think I might be able to see my breath on camera, which is not good for a video. So let's kick the heater on and get our asses to work.
You better grab that tambourine. Bring the face, we might be
We should be in, but I'm gonna go check the transmission mount.
cause a scene. Make some trouble, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's right,
Okay, I think we are 100% mounted. Let's go take this jack off and see what happens. Ooh, jack off, I said. Take the jack off. Hey, yo! The mounts are in the right position. I got a big old ugly weld on each side. Not fully welded, but basically big enough tack welds that will hold the motor. This should be the last time I need this jack. But I haven't taken the weight off. Let's see. Ooh. We're good, baby. Make sure. Everything looks good. Hell yeah. She's in, baby! She's really in now. I got the transmission mount in. It does look like it's off a little bit, like maybe an inch too far that way. But I got it bolted in, but I could adjust it. So I don't think I'm gonna mess with it right now. I do wanna see if I can get my headers on the way they are, or if I need to order new headers, or if I need to cut these headers up. Let's start doing that. But I do wanna kinda get some of this shit out of the way so I can see how it's gonna look. I might go ahead and take, well, I'll leave the chain on for now, but I shouldn't need it. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. I'm taking the chain off because right now I have it bolted to my exhaust. Oh, that's my transmission. Yeah, some of this shit needs to come off too. Some of this shit we gotta strip. Sweet. All right, let's take it apart and then we will start throwing our manifolds on. So happy. Oh, I have a guy helping me. His name is Dan. You'll see him in this footage some. He came up, made a brand new wiring harness from scratch for the LS, and we got it running. I was going to make a video of us just getting it running, but I thought that was kind of boring. I want to take it for a drive. So the next video I'm going to show you is the footage of him wiring it up. It basically took him a full day, but we got everything wired, got it running. I'm going to go ahead and get it fired up for you so you can see. Sounds great. I'm so happy. But there is still 10 million things that need done. We don't have proper manifolds. We don't have a shifter. We don't have a drive shaft. Gas tank still needs mounted. Just all kinds of shit like that needs done before we can take it for a drive. But we are going to do that this video no matter what. But for now, I'm going to go to the footage of us starting it basically for the first time. Super, super excited. And then we're going to just pick up right where we left off and drive this damn thing. I have an employee helping me in these videos. His name is Dan. His shop name is D-Bag Done It. Yes, that's actually the name, and he's okay with it. Don't, hey, whatever, you can name your shop whatever you want. Anyways, he's been helping me out a lot. I don't know if I did a proper introduction in this video or not, so I'm doing it now. You might see him in some other videos. He's a wiring guy, so right now I got him focused on this 57 Chevy, but we're gonna be doing stuff on the 55 Ford. We're gonna be doing stuff on the Impala, all kinds of shit. He's just gonna be in probably 1 out of every 4 videos. You'll see him in the background. So I figured I would introduce him now. Let's fire this son of a bitch up. Okay, check this out. New gas tank is in. I did my EFI swap, I think a video or 2 ago. That is all hooked up. We should be good to go. Let me check here. We got a little kill switch wired into the car right now because we're gonna try and take her for a drive. There it goes. Okay, she's primed. All right, we should be starting now. Let me put this on the tripod. We got that way too tight. That's way too tight. Okay, goal for this video, we're going to try and drive the 57 Chevy LS swap. We already had it running, correct? Yes. Don't, you gotta look at the camera. Oh, that's Dan, by the way. Now I Need to cut a hole for the shifter right here. We're gonna go ahead and do away with this hideous skull, but that's okay, it was cheaper. And now I really only need to cut a hole, you know, basically big enough for just that shifter part. I'm gonna cut this whole thing out, that way I have plenty of room to install it, because we got some weird fiberglass shit going on here anyway, and I wanna kinda take a look at it. It looks like the steel is good on the bottom and they just put a whole sheet of fiberglass over the floor, but I'm kinda curious because I've never seen that done before. So let's cut some shit. All right, look at this shit. Holy shit. There's one part of it. Now let's see if we got this part cut. I don't know if that's my stock floor. It's in great shape. I have no idea why they put a fiberglass mat over the whole thing. It looks like there might be some pits over there, but nothing crazy. So yeah. I don't know. Good news is it'll make all that easy. Just in case. I think I'm cool in relationship to the. Yeah. See how high the fucking brake pedal is?
You want to be able to put your foot on the shoulder.
That's what I'm thinking.
You have to go like this.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Or higher?
A little bit higher. Yeah. Maybe over this way.
Yeah. That?
Yeah, buddy.
That was weird how close my head was to your penis.
That's a little weird.
Nothing happened, I swear. We are trying to start and drive the 57 Chevy LS swap in this video. A million things need done, obviously, but we're running into some fittings we can't find. Obviously, I can order them. They're just not going to be here in time, so I got to weld some fittings up. I got to make a couple plugs for our brake lines. These two here are going to be for our fuel lines, so I need to take some shit up. Then I got to finish up my exhaust work as well. So let's get to work. We had to cut the living shit out of this one because on a 57 Chevy, your steering box is right there, and I shortened it probably, I don't know, 3 inches. I had it tack welded, took it down to the shop. Dan threw it on the engine, looks like it's gonna work, so then I brought it back here to weld it up solid. Now we're gonna go back down there. I'm gonna get some gas, and we're gonna fire her up. Very exciting. Okay, check it out. Got the manifold mounted. It's actually in there perfect. I got way more room than I thought I was gonna have. Very exciting. These are the fittings I had to weld up. We couldn't find these anywhere. We need to block these off because we're not using half of them because we're just trying to get some sort of brakes, basically just the front brakes right now, to go for our drive. Everything is good to go right now other than the drive shaft. I have to figure out the drive shaft. I'm going to run down to, there's a drive shaft place here in town and they're really good. I'm going to run down there right now, see if I can get the parts I need, or hopefully the guy can just make work what I have. But we're going to go do that right now, and then we're going to take it for a spin. Okay, we got the car running good. Fuel tank is in. We got to bleed the brakes. It's basically done. We're having drive shaft issues. I have 6 drive shafts. None of them look like they're going to work, and the drive shaft guy is closed today. Very, very annoying, but I'm going to start cutting some shit. We're going to see what happens, but spirits are low is what we're going with right now. Spirits are very low. It's so fucking close, man. But I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, come here. Very important. Oh, you're fine, you're fine. You gotta be straight.
Dude, that's
Oh, no
straight
shit. It ain't on yet.
That actually looks pretty damn good.
No jokes aside, I'm good this way.
No, I like that right there. In theory, I think that car.
Love the confidence.
It's you park it first.
Oh, did we need to put another cord in or is it?
We're kind of, it's slower coming in. That's something. All right. Now, next, was this take 5?
Yeah, no, first take. That's what we had. Also, we're going to work in 30 minutes. Certainly not 30 hours.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, we know we have it running. Our drive shaft is certainly not perfect, but it's good enough. We were damn near out of transmission fluid. We added, I think, 6 or 7 quarts. It's barely working, but it's working good enough. I stuck the camera up under there to kind of show that the drive shaft was turning, but it's not really turning very well. But we're just trying to go for like the tiniest of drive. You know, we're just trying to go around the block once or twice. No big deal. Nothing is working perfectly, but it's working pretty good. We should be good enough for where we're going. So very, very exciting. I did not think I was going to be able to pull the drive shaft off just because I didn't have any of the right pieces and I ended up cutting up 3 drive shafts to make it work. But exciting. We're going to fire it up and see what happens. It's really nice outside. It's supposed to snow here pretty soon, so we're trying to move quick. It just started snowing. First drive. Shit. Are you okay? That's not fucking good. I'm so fucking bummed out. The fact that I was just talking about how this is basically going to be my car now, and I wrecked it like 4 hours later. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but holy shit, it just happened. He left. I got shit I have to do. I have a dinner I have to be at in like 15 minutes, but I'm just... Holy shit. We got a lot of shit we got to button up. We got a lot of shit we're going to do. And technically we drove it, but I don't love that first drive. So the next video, it's going to be a proper first drive. Considering the fact that we wrecked this thing like less than a month ago, I don't know that I could be any happier. Before we get started on the 57 Chevy today, we're going to take a trip over to my grandpa's house. I'm going to show you his 1957 Chevy. It is a numbers matching restoration. It's probably one of the nicest cars on the planet. It started 30 years ago and it probably has 500 miles on it. It's just absolutely perfection. And what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to try and clone it because his car is almost too nice to be driven. I want one that I can beat on. And as you can tell, I already kind of got started on it. So let's go over there and check it out. And then we're going to get to work. Check out grandpa's numbers matching 2-door hardtop Chevy Bel Air. This thing is as nice as it gets. Oh, damn. He's won basically every car show he's put it in. Every single nut and bolt is numbers matching. Super cool. Check it out. Got the Batwing air cleaner. This car is perfect. What we're gonna do, we're gonna clone it. We're gonna try and make the worst 57 Chevy 2-door hardtop look as good as this one. Let's get to work. We are back on the beautiful 1957 Chevy. I just took it out, gave it a nice wash. I think maybe that's some of our cursed problem we have going on. We have a little bit of beef between us. I'm in love with it. It isn't loving me back. It keeps running out of gas. We've had issues. We also wrecked it, you know, right off the bat, which was dumb, but hey, that is in the past. It's clean. It's looking great. I got another $2,000 worth of parts in on it. It seems like every video I make on this thing, I dropped another $2,000 worth of parts, but I have all the bumpers and stuff we can do. We have shocks. We have new springs. We have all kinds of stuff for our steering. Our steering is jacked up. Our springs are jacked up, and we have no shocks. So we need to update a lot of shit. And the first thing I need to do is get this thing jacked up, wheels off, get all the old steering out of there so we can start updating some shit. So let's do that. It should pop out, right? Oh yeah, okay. I thought it still had tension and I was scared shitless for a second. Beautiful. I've had all kinds of issues with this stupid thing. Cool. Let's go get the other one out of there too. I have to undo all the steering because I have all new everything. pitman arm, all that shit needs replaced. And it's gonna be a real pain in the ass. Okay, we are putting in all new steering in the 57 because we're gonna take it for a proper first drive. I keep saying first drive because it really hasn't went anywhere other than like up and down the street a couple times. And we're gonna do it, I want it actually on the fucking highway. Not only am I doing all new steering, brakes, everything, I went ahead and got new springs. These are the stock springs, and I actually cut a coil out, which usually drops at about 2 inches. That was a little bit more than I wanted. I only needed to go down about 1 inch because I have drop spindles as well. So I got these, and these are only 1 inch drop springs, and this was too much drop. So I'm not happy that it looks so small. I'm hoping that it's just maybe a firmer spring. These are the originals, so they're a little, you know, spongy, but I assume that'd be a lot taller than it was. All right, let's start putting all this shit back together and we'll see. Okay, the parts just keep rolling on this baby. I almost got the front end all buttoned up. I'm gonna get started on the rear in a second, but my rim finally showed up. I have 3 15s that matched. I needed a 4th, I just got it. Also, I got my 56 Chevy hubcaps. Now, the only reason I'm running a 56 instead of a 57, one, it looks just like it. Two, it's a 15-inch rim. The 57s came on 14 stock, but since we got bigger brakes and stuff, we need to run a 15. And check these out. They look awesome, but you do see just the outer ridge of the rim. I got the Chevy orange red paint, and these were not cheap, by the way. Ooh. I got the 3-inch white walls for them. Ooh, I'm so excited. Those tires are outrageously expensive. But what we're gonna do now is get these all scuffed down, shoot them in red, and while this is drying, I'm gonna get to finishing up the front end, and then we're gonna go get these tires put on. I cannot wait to see what they look like. White walls are so awesome. They're just like $400 or $500 a tire. It's crazy. But let's get to spraying. Also, the tires are not good at all, so I'm not even gonna tape anything off. We're gonna spray right on the rubber, baby. Check it out, baby. Front end is done. New springs, new shocks, new brake lines, all new brakes, all new steering, all new ball joints, everything. So happy. This was a giant pain in the ass. When I took it for my first drive, the steering was so bad. Also, first drive was 400 feet. The steering was so bad, I had to turn the wheel almost a full rotation before the wheel would kick in because our center bar was all messed up. Got all that done, and was also worried because since we had the stock steering in, I never had the steering in with my oil pan. So there was still a part of me that was like, this might hit the damn oil pan and we might be screwed and I might have to cut this steering up. Nope, we are good. Everything is working perfect. And even though I don't have wheels on it and it's not on the ground, it feels so much tighter. Oh, so happy. Also, these are dry, so I'm gonna work a little bit longer, and then we're gonna take the rims and tires down to the tire shop. What I gotta do now is start on my rear shocks, and the problem with that is the stock shocks that were in there broke, and I had to cut them out, and they just spin when I stick a socket on them. So I'm gonna probably have to get in there and cut them out the rest of the way. It's gonna be a giant pain in the ass, and I have a gas tank right there, so I really am not excited about it, but yeah, we'll get it figured out. Check it out. I just got the tires back from getting mounted at the tire shop. They look so good. I'm so happy. This looks just like my grandpa's 57 Chevy. Man, that looks so much better than those friggin' Kragers. I hate Kragers, but that looks so good. Also, it's going to be a lot lower. It's up on jack stands. It'll be 4 inches lower from where it is. I'm so freaking happy. It looks great. Also, got the rear shocks all done. Let me see if I can show you. Booyah, rear shocks installed. Also got the tank finished up. Tank was missing the return line. It was also missing the tube that goes all the way over here. 57 Chevys have this badass hidden gas tap. Got a little hidden gas cap back there, and Now it actually all works. When we drove it the other day, we had to put gas in it through the vent tube. It was a mess, giant pain in the ass. Got that all fixed. So friggin' happy. Looks so good. Also, we got another care package from Holly. Check this out. Check it out. The beautiful people at Holly sent us a new intake. It's gonna look so badass. Bumper. Okay, I got everything loosely put together. I don't want to tighten any of my bolts yet, because I want to make sure everything lines up good. The problem is, trying to put this on by yourself is like wrestling an octopus. It just keeps flying over. Also not very light. Is this on the inside or the outside? Ruh-roh. I might not be able to do this by myself. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, that might actually work. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be on there, but that might work since I'm by myself. All right, I'm gonna tighten these bolts up. We'll see what happens. Check it out. Actually got it bolted in. Everything is still loose for now because I just wanted to make sure, but it's actually bolted to the frame. Sweet. It's missing these outside mounts, so I'll probably just make some, but man, I love a good looking 57 front bumper. Ooh, she's really coming together. I'm picking up the paint right now. This is gonna be a fun episode. We're gonna make her look exactly like my grandpa's car today. I got good news and bad news. Good news is I got the paint. It looks pretty damn good. It's a really nice white. It's gonna be great. We're gonna go ahead and paint that roof this video. Bad news, drive shaft company called. I will not have that drive shaft this week. I was kind of holding out, you know, hopefully I could kind of make some stuff work, get the drive shaft put in there, but that's just not going to happen. Also, it wasn't going to be a good drive anyway because the tune we have right now is basically just tuned to start and run. It's not like a finished tune where you can actually drive it. So after about 2 minutes, it puts itself in safety mode or limp mode, and you just have to idle back home anyway. So it wasn't going to be the drive I wanted anyways, and I've already took several first drives that were just going really slow up and down the street, and I don't want to do that anymore. The next time I'm driving this thing, I'm getting it on the highway, and we're going to have some fun. But that's okay. What we are going to do this video is finish off everything we need to do, wiring. I want to turn this into my grandpa's 57 Chevy. So we're going to go ahead and finish off the cloning process, which started with the wheels, all new shocks, all new springs, all that stuff we've been doing, and we're gonna paint that top. Now, before I get it on the ground and start sanding, I'm gonna go ahead and go through and double check every single thing to make sure it's okay, because it's really nice that it's jacked up right now, and I don't wanna get it off the jack stands and then find out I missed a brake line or something silly and I gotta jack it back up. So I'm gonna do kind of a little once around on it, make sure everything is working perfect, then we're gonna drop it down and start sanding. I just said all that and completely forgot that the bumper isn't bolted on. It's just sitting there. I have bolts in it, but nothing is tight. So we need to do that first, and then we'll double check everything. Check that bumper out. Ooh, that looks good. I also realized I'm missing the little emblem that goes there. I got to order that. Fun fact, getting ready to put it down off jack stands, and I was like, you know what, I'll double check it. Let's bleed the brakes. And sure enough, I had 2 different crush washers on this banjo bolt, and I just saw a little drip, went ahead and re-bled the brakes, and this thing was just leaking like a sieve. Had to redo everything, re-torque everything back down, but it's fixed now. Actually, as I'm saying that, I just realized I need to bolt this down too. I need to put that back, but that's something that would have been a giant pain in the ass, and I would have got brake fluid all over my new Y walls, and it would have upset me, but we're good now. That's why you double check shit, especially when you get it jacked up. All right, so let's, I think I'm gonna put the headlights on and then get my wheels and hubcaps on. Ooh, I'm excited. Oh man, it looks so good. I was gonna drop the back a little bit more, but I kind of like it with just a little bit of rake, not crazy rake. I had to move the pivot point on the rear shackle. It's only down, I don't know, maybe an inch in the front, but I kind of like it. She's pretty damn low for 57 Chevy. I've been looking at pictures of my grandpa's, and you can literally see the whole tire in his wheel well, and mine is down past the rim. Oh man, that's a good looking car. Oh, she looks so good. Ah, got the headlights and shit in. Also, these hubcaps are not particularly nice because I wasn't sure if that's what I was going to run or not. I found these on eBay for like 50 bucks, but they have a restored set that are absolutely perfect for like 200. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and order those because that would be really nice to have those perfect. They don't look bad, but check out our headlights and our bumper. I kind of want to put the hood on. I don't think I can do it by myself. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna go ahead and tape off the windows and stuff so I can start standing on the roof. The good news is the roof is really straight on this, so it should be just a pretty quick little scuff down and shoot. But I don't know. As I'm saying that, I realize there's like a grip to it. Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is. That's a little bit concerning. But yeah, let's tape it off, see what happens. Great news. Got it all taped off. Went ahead and just did a little quick sanding on the corner to see what it was. It's just really shitty old paint. It had like a texture to it and I kind of got worried, but it's fine. It's just bad paint. It's coming off super easy. I should be able to sand this roof in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So let's do it real quick. Okay, got her all sanded. Super easy. Actually wasn't too bad at all. Just really shitty paint. Sanding that really showed me why this paint is just coming off so bad. Like in some spots it's scratched, so it obviously comes off, but in some spots it doesn't even look scratched, it's just peeling off. Some of this I just started sanding, it just flaked off. So I was actually gonna wait and have my old man paint this in a couple days, but I'm impatient, and since it's sanded so fast, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some shit and spray it myself. I might end up regretting this. Let's find out together. Okay, I don't want to jinx it because it's still wet, but this might be the best paint job I've ever done myself. I've done a lot of paint work. I just haven't done as much as my old man's, but it laid out like fucking glass, but obviously it's still wet. Shit could happen. If it's anything like the Monte Carlo I left, came back the next day and everything just ran off the car because it wasn't drying fast enough. So hopefully that's not the case here, but it looks so good. All right, we'll be back tomorrow to untape it. Check it out. It came out perfect. Well, it needs cut and buffed, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to worry about it when the rest of the body isn't great. But that's pretty damn good. And that's a good base for if we ever decide to do, you know, some fun lace. Because you guys know I do love a lace paint job. But, oh, I'm so excited. Let's get it untaped and see what it looks like. Oh, I am so freaking happy. This part's so satisfying. Oh, I love it. Check it out. Holy crap, that looks good, man. I really want to put the hood on, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can by myself. Man, that is a good looking car. Oof. Oof. It's mine too. I bought it. It's 100% mine. It looks just like my grandpa's car. Damn, that's cool as shit. Okay, I'm gonna try and put the hood on by myself, which is very, very stupid. I already basically pulled my back out just moving it by myself, but I'm impatient. Also, let me get this off of here real quick. I'm looking at this brace, and that sticks out more than I thought it did. I was more worried about this brace when I made the radiator. That one might be a problem. All right, I have to put it on now because I'm curious. Oh, this is really, really stupid. Really, really stupid. Oh, that hurts. Oh, God. Oh, God damn. Oh, that's heavy. That's heavy. Ooh. Ow. Oh, I just got a rust in my eye. I swear to God. Oh, no. Oh, I was doing okay until I got the rust. Okay. Oh my fucking shit! I got rust in my eye! Oh. Damn, I was good until the rust. Oh shit. Stay. Okay. I got rust in my eye. Son of a bitch! Check it out! So happy because I was very nervous there for a minute. Let's go! Just like every other time I install a part in this car, I realize something's missing. I installed the bumper, realized the bumperettes were missing. I installed the grill, realized the grill emblem was missing. Installed the hood, realized the Chevy V is missing, so I gotta order that too. But it looks good. It hasn't had the hood on in, I don't know, maybe a year. Oh, that's a good looking car. We're gonna clean it up. I'm gonna shoot some undercoating on it real quick. Then we're gonna clean the blue off our white walls and then push her outside and see how she looks. Oh shit. I found the turbo can that's undercoating. Let's just get crazy. Ooh, that looks better. Oh shit. Really should have took that wheel off, but that's okay. I love that car. God damn, that's a good looking 57 Chevy right there, man. Wow. My kid got me sick. I have a sore throat right now and a temperature, and I am just happy as I can be, smiling ear to ear. Look at that fucking car, man. Dan is coming. He is my LS wiring guy. We got to get a different tune on the LS. Right now, it's basically just tuned to start and run, but not for very long. So anytime we took it out a couple weeks ago, after like a minute of running, it would start shooting all kinds of codes and stuff because it's got a bad tune on it. We have a million things that need done, but he's going to come here to finish that up. We also got to finish up the wiring. We also got to wire in our fans. We need to do a bunch of shit. The motor's not right. I got speed sensors that need put on. I do have a gauge to show me what is going on with all that. I need to get that installed. Finally got the right drive shaft. If you've been watching this series at all, you'll know I welded like 3 drive shafts together to just kind of have something there. It wasn't great, and if I would have took it for any real drive, it would have broken, probably killed me. But we got all that figured out. I also have exhaust in that box. I have a ton of emblems and, you know, little Bel Air shit that needs to go on as well. So we got a lot of stuff to do. Dana's gonna be here shortly. I think what I'm gonna do first is get it jacked up. Oh, also, fun fact, whenever I got the new suspension I'll put in the last video, I realized my wheels are both pointing out. My tie rod adjustment, my alignment is just way off. So I need to fix that as well. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is get this baby jacked up so we can start doing the drive shaft, the exhaust, and also fix the crazy alignment that I have right now. Let's get to it. Okay, drive shaft is in. Now, I'm gonna start on the exhaust, but factory mounts are very much in the way. And a smarter person would have cut them out before there was already a motor in there, but I'm not a smart person, so I gotta cut both of those out, because as you can see, my exhaust is basically running right into it. I might be able to snake it around there, but it's gonna be way harder than it needs to be. So let's cut some shit. Check it out. Got the exhaust work done. It is so goddamn hard to film under here. Bada bing, I got it going all the way down and then dumping out right in front of the rear wheels. That should be perfect. What a pain in the ass that was. Okay. All right, so naturally we get everything buttoned up and then we're getting ready to take it for a drive yesterday. We realized there's a brake leak. The engine was running like dog shit. We couldn't figure it out. It took like 5 hours. So we went from getting ready to go take a drive at noon to still trying to figure out what the hell was going on at 5 o'clock. We ended up figuring it out. ECU, because we moved a bunch of wires around, basically the plug was just a little bit loose and we think it pulled one of the pins. We got that all figured out. And I got wires and bullshit hanging everywhere, so I need to button up a couple things. Also, the brakes are not good. We found out we have a little bracket that is leaking. It's either the bracket or it's the fitting, but little shit like that. I should be able to button all that stuff up here pretty quickly, hopefully. And then I'm gonna hop in and take it for a spin. I think I wanna take it for a drive over to my grandpa's house to see my grandma, and we can actually see his 57 Chevy. I'd love to have them next to each other. That would be so cool. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I still haven't really taken it for a drive yet. So I'm gonna button this shit up real quick. I think we're done. Let's see what happens. I should have never fucking swapped this thing. Oh, I don't think I should have ever swapped this. Great, I just wrecked it. Fucking piece of shit. So, drive went absolutely horrible. It died 5 times to go to my other shop. My other shop is 1 mile away from this shop, and I lost 3 fucking hubcaps. So now I'm driving around in the Hummer trying to find my hubcaps. I am so fucking pissed. I floored it, just kept it to the floor because I wanted the motor to blow, and it was so fucking loud. My neighbor looked over because she thought something was wrong. That's the only reason I didn't blow the fucking motor up. I don't know why, but when it's in gear, it just has nothing. I don't know if it, I don't know what the fuck it is, to be honest with you, but we got 2. We gotta go find another one. So a couple hours have went by since I tried to take it for its first drive. We're in the other shop, you can see. This is my home shop, that is my shop. Basically, this is my home garage, that's my shop. It's like less than a mile, and this thing died, I think 4 times. One time it died in the middle of the street, and I was so pissed, I couldn't handle it. Every time that it died, there was a car behind me. So I was like in the middle of the road, I was just losing my shit. Finally started running better like a block from here, and I just floored it the whole time. I was trying to actually blow the motor up because I was so mad. Usually I don't let shit get to me. Anybody that's watched the channel knows I laugh about a lot of this shit. We might throw something on fire, throw hammers at it and kind of laugh about it, but I was so fucking pissed. I was just so mad. We've just done so much goddamn work to this thing, and the LS has been nothing but a pain in the ass. I think I said one time in the video, I said I should have just fucking threw this motor away. I was so mad. Calmer heads have prevailed. Sat back for a couple hours. Also, I lost a hubcap. 3 of the hubcaps came off. 1 I can't find. I don't know if a meth head picked it up on the side of the road, but I can't find it. So I'm missing a hubcap now too. But I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna work on it, see what it is. We were having issues with some of our sensors, like the plugins on the sensors, just shit like that, simple stuff. I'm gonna start doing that and see if I can get it fixed. And we'll go from there. It also needs washed. That was another reason I wanted to bring it over here, was I wanted to power wash it real good. Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, she's cleaned up. Sounds like it's running better. Who knows though? It sounded good at my other shop. I really want to try and get some miles on it. Hopefully it's good. Good news is brakes, steering, all that is nice. Those were our problems in prior videos, but now we're having engine issues. But, oh, let's see what happens. I'm a little nervous, and I really don't want to get mad again. So I'm trying to like breathe. I'm doing like the woo-saw thing.
That's not my property. You didn't win shit in my yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
All right, let's go. I truly don't know if I've ever been this fucking mad in a video before.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
This thing keeps breaking down. I keep having to walk back to the shop, or it breaks down in the middle of the freaking road and I got people behind me honking. Not looking good for this thing. I'm telling you that right now. All right. Moment of truth. I got the fuel pressure gauge on. I got my air filter on. Pressure. Never sounded that good. It's holding fuel pressure perfect. Before, it was bouncing around a little bit. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go drive this motherfucker. Woo! God, I hope it doesn't end badly. Oh, I would lie if I told you I wasn't a little nervous. Is running so good. I'm so fucking happy. I started telling my wife about it. I almost started crying. You don't need the shades anymore. Whoa, pay attention to what you're doing. Dad's, I had to tow it here basically. It wouldn't run. So that's kind of nice. The good news is, even this was a joke, but you can still restore it. You can always fix it. I'm so fucking happy, man. Looks like it's about to rain. We definitely gotta tighten this up. This thing keeps falling some way. Well, the baseball games are back. Look at all these cars. Holy shit. Look at the old Bronco. Oh, that's an old Jeep, actually. That was cool as shit. I'm so fucking happy. Ooh, lightning. Look at them clouds. It's about to rain, baby. First successful drive out of 10 first drives. I am so fucking happy. My grandpa had a 1957 Chevy 2-door Bel Air hardtop when I was a kid. And he bought parts cars for it because when he built it 30 years ago, there wasn't eBay. So he would buy every parts car he could. and he had a 2-door post that he had as a parts car. He gave that to me when I was 7, and I built that car, and I was a dumb kid. It was my first car. Built it, sold it too cheap, and I love that car, but it was never a hardtop, so I wasn't, you know, I still want it back because it's my first car, but it was never a hardtop. And the prices on these things have fucking skyrocketed, so I never thought I'd get one. I'm starting to get choked up. I hate when YouTubers get all personal and shit, but some of you guys, I've known some of you guys for several years now. So anyways, this thing came up, and it's exactly what I wanted because I hate stock cars. I don't really like restored cars, stock shit. I hate all that. So it looks stock-ish on the outside, but it's got Caseyscustoms flair to it. Big nasty motor. It's laid down, whatever, 4 inches from stock. You know, better springs, better everything. It's just, it's fucking perfect. And I said in the last one of my videos, I didn't know why this thing was making me so angry. And it's because I loved it so much and it just wasn't cooperating. But god damn it, this was the best first drive I've remembered in a very long time, because I was just smiling ear to ear the whole time. I can't tell if the strainer's bad. I think it's okay. I'm gonna change it because I'm in here, but it looks fine. I think we're good, baby. Oh no, it might have some shit in it. That's all right though, we got another one. What's it look like down in there? Yeah, there's some shit in there. Why is there so much shit in my tank? Maybe it's because we reused this. I reused some of the gas filler neck. All right, I'm gonna put a new filter on this, or a new strainer on this. Okay, got the new strainer put in. Went ahead and doubled up. I put 2 strainers on it, which technically shouldn't matter, but it might help a little bit. Also cleaned all of it out. Got as much of the dirt and debris out that I could. There is a lot in that tank. What we're gonna do, we're gonna finish up the lines now, and hopefully we should be done. We can get the intake put on. We are done. I got all new lines all the way to the tank. We also cleaned the tank out, and I tweaked this a little bit. All of this shit used to be on the inside of the frame, and it was a pain in the ass. And not only that, it was kind of dangerous because the exhaust runs on the inside of the frame. I was always worried about it, and I was sitting here messing with it on the inside of the frame, and I was going, why the hell? I don't need to do that. So I brought it all over here. I had to make one line longer since we kind of changed stuff around, but this is so much easier. I'll be able to see my pressure. My filter's right there. All this will be so much easier, like serviceable. So very, very happy. And now none of my lines go anywhere near the exhaust. Everything is completely out of the way. Before, it was like right there next to it. So basically everything is buttoned up, and we can go ahead and throw our intake on. I do not want to put it on while the car is sitting at an angle, so I'm going to drop it down. The only bad news is that fuel pressure regulator is adjustable, so I might have to tweak it a little bit because I don't know what it's set at right now. So I might get in, start it up whenever the intake's on. It only has 40 PSI, and I got to crank it up. These should be like 70-ish. So yeah, that's the only bad thing, but it's not the end of the world. It'll be quick. Finally, let's put this damn intake on for good. Sometimes your car parts need a little bit of persuasion. My intake, the fuel rail is just hitting the back of the firewall. I need like that much clearance. We got to get to work. Sometimes you need metal persuasion instead of rubber persuasion. It don't take much, trust me. Alright, I think that's good. Ow. I hit the whole body. I did. Oh, come on. Ha! Yes! I got just enough clearance. Okay, everything is in, everything looks great. I got one question though, I don't know what this goes to. You shouldn't have extra plugins, usually. Where does it go? I don't know, maybe I did. I don't see where it could go. It's right here. I don't know, that might be an old headlamp plug-in. I don't know. Everything else is good. Throttle's hooked up. Looks great. Should be fine. I'm not ready to test it yet. I still got to put the driver's side header on. I still got to finish welding it, which I'm not excited about, but we need to do it. Intake is on. Everything is looking so good. I am very excited. We do have one problem left, though. My driver's side manifold is, we basically had to make it from scratch because it's just really tight on that side. And sure enough, one of the pipes is so tight, it'll go in there, it'll fit, you can actually bolt it on, but you cannot get a spark plug wire on it. And I tried to make a custom wire. I've had all kinds of issues with it. Basically, it's just always a problem. The engine will see it pop off and it'll just start fouling and you have all kinds of issues. So we're gonna go ahead and just remake that entire driver's side manifold. And as you can tell, I already got started by cutting up a couple different manifolds I had laying around. Let's cut some shit. Okay, I got the driver's side header on. I got all of the coil wires on. I took them off on that side to mess with the header. Got it put back. I went ahead and put titanium heat sleeves on every single coil wire. That was a giant pain in the butt, but I got it done. As I was working, I started seeing red paint everywhere. And I'm going, what the heck is this dried red paint? Well, apparently, cut the living hell out of ourselves and I didn't notice it. So, it's time to wake up, baby. Yes! Ooh, it's better than coffee! Ow! Ah! Ooh, I cut it twice! Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Oh, I'm gonna put my intake on, or my air filter on. My I can't think, this hurts so bad. I'm gonna get my air intake put back on. Let's do that.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking like I can't stop.
Everything is done. We got everything put back together. I got the air filter put on, and before I had it zip tied. It has a little bracket coming off of it. I had it zip tied to this alternator mount. That was a little hacky, didn't want to do that. We're trying to do stuff right now since we're not, trying to get it running and out the door. So I went ahead, made another aluminum bracket that bolts to the alternator bracket now. So this thing is solid as a rock. Went ahead, double checked everything. We are 100% good. Everything that needed plugged in is plugged in. What I got to do now is put the rest of the exhaust on. It just bolts straight to the header. And then what I want to do is we need to prime the fuel system and see where our fuel pressure regulator is. Those fuel pressure regulators can go from like 50 PSI to like, I think 150 PSI, or it might be 20 PSI to 150. Either way, we need to be at 60. So I already know there's no way I'm gonna just hit the key and it's gonna be right where it needs to be. So we need to adjust that whenever we get the exhaust put on and everything. So let's do that. Very excited. She's gonna be hopefully running here in the next 20 minutes, hopefully.
If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my choo-choo, choo-choo. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this.
All right, so just in case anybody hasn't seen one of these before, this is a fuel pressure regulator, and here's the adjustment right there. So I can change that. Like I said, it goes from 0 to 100 PSI. When I first turned it on, it was only like 30, which was definitely not going to be enough to run it. But right now, I got it right at a little over 60, which is actually just a little bit too much, but it shouldn't be. Oh, shit. Sorry. Right now, I got it a little over 60. which is a little bit too much. It's supposed to be, I think, at 58, but that's not gonna hurt anything. So we should be good to go. I gotta button all this back up. I'm gonna tighten that down so it won't loosen on me. And then this all bolts here. And then we gotta start zip tying stuff. I want all this zip tied to the frame. But everything else is looking pretty damn good under here. Whoa. God, it's hard to film under a lowered car even when it's jacked up. Okay, everything is buttoned up. Fuel pressure regulator is right at 60 PSI, which is exactly what we need. Everything looks good. I turned the fuel pump on, let it run for like 2 or 3 minutes. Didn't see any leaks anywhere, which is awesome. Everything is plugged in, everything is ready to go. I'm not gonna lie, I am very nervous. It was gonna just be put an intake on. I like the way this one looks. It's a little bit of performance. It's not a crazy performance gain. I just like the way it looks. I hate the plastic ones. They're just so ugly to me. But then it just turned into everything getting upgraded. We ended up, going through all the injectors. We ended up redoing all of our fuel lines. We ended up basically rebuilding our fuel pump. We got a giant fuel filter on there now. Just ended up upgrading everything times 10 from where it was. And there's just so much work into all this shit. The exhaust, I spent like 5 hours remaking that whole passenger side exhaust, all because I couldn't plug one spark plug wire in. I'm just nervous as shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's never ran right, it's always had an issue. So not only was that intake ugly, I knew we had some stuff going on. And I'm hoping, knock on wood, I don't have any wood in the shop. That's not, ooh! Is that plastic? No, it's wood. Knock on wood. I think everything should be good, but let's see what happens. I am going to put another camera inside the car. Okay. I am way more nervous than I should be. It's no big deal. We can fix it if it doesn't run. Fuel pump on. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. We're priming the system, hopefully. What is that squeal? Sounds great. Something was squealing. What was the squeal? Oh, it sounded so good for a second. Oh, shit. Yep, I got something hitting something. Idiot. God, stupid. How do you have a tool sitting on the crank pulley? Holy shit. That could have went bad. God, I'm stupid sometimes. That scared the shit out of me. I heard metal. I heard metal on metal. Well, I had a tool sitting on the crank pulley. Let's try again, baby. Now she should be primed. I don't like that it's taking a second. I think I might need to turn the fuel pressure up. It sounds literally 10 times better. That's how this motor was supposed to run the whole time. It's real throaty, it has a lot of shit, it's actually responsive. Half the time I give it gas, I don't know what I'm getting. Now I actually know. Oh, so excited. It does have an exhaust leak on this side, which is okay, because this side is so much easier to work on. I'm not going to mess with it this video, but everything's wide open on the passenger side. It is definitely not wide open on the driver's side. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to finish up my sheet metal work here. I'm going to do some dimple dies on these. Tomorrow, we'll take her for a little putt, go around the block a couple times, see how it feels. But, man, I'm on cloud 9 right now. That is awesome. Oh, it sounded great. That's how it's supposed to sound, baby. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, I will this thing off. That's what that click is. Yeah, I love that boss with that thing. I'm so fucking happy.
That tambourine, bring the bass, we might be wicked. We may be forced to cause a scene. Make you trouble, baby.
I cannot push too hard on this one, so I'm straight to radiator. Might have to take it off to do the dimple tie though, we're gonna see. Check it out. I got some 2-inch dimple dies. I was gonna go crazy with a bunch of 1 inches all around it, but I had a bunch of people tell me I actually didn't even need to put any holes in it. They put some sort of a screen in front of their radiator and it did nothing but make it cooler. So I'm gonna just start with that. If it gives me any shit, I'll start adding some, but they look really, really good. I kind of like them when they're in, but they look bitchin' when they're out too. But I mean, I'm so happy. Not only is this thing running as good as it looks, under the hood now is, I mean, you could actually pop the hood at a car show and not feel ashamed because it was just a lot of zip ties and, you know, plastic bullshit that I hate. Let me see if I still have, oh yeah, there it is. Here's what it used to look like. So, you know, performance aside, that's how it used to look, and half of that shit was broke, so we were running like sheet metal screws in it to plug up certain, you know, vacuum ports, blah, blah, blah. I'm so happy. This car is finally sounding like it needs to, and it looks great under the hood now. I am so, so excited, and tomorrow we'll take her for a little spin. I'm not gonna go crazy. Now that I know it's running, I'm just so stoked, but I would like to buzz it around a little bit. The only problem is, I think the high tomorrow is 104, and the heat index is 115, so it's gonna be a short drive, because we do not have AC in it right now, but I am planning on getting a under the dash kit. They sell a real nice under the dash kit for this. And if I remember right, I still have the bracket and the AC condenser that bolts straight to this engine when it was in the truck. So it shouldn't be too hard of an install whenever it's time. These videos on the 57 Chevy always do horrible. So this will most likely be my last video on the old girl, but damn, it looks good. We're gonna take it for a spin tomorrow. It is 4 in the morning and I am tired.
The next day.
All right, baby, let's see what happens. Oh. First thing you got to do when you're in this car is make sure there's a boat behind you. There's definitely a boat behind me. That's good. That's good. Love that for us. I think those big fuel lines take a minute to charge. Probably need that. supposed to run, baby. tiger. Man, me personally, it don't get much cooler than that. I am truly in love with that car. I absolutely love this build. It has not been popular on the channel because even though a ton of stuff has been done to it, it's not really a true Caseyscustoms where we just cut it in half and had to weld shit back together. This thing still has like 1,000 hours of fabrication in it, but it's not one of my super wild builds. I think that's why I didn't do as well on the channel. But for me personally, I love it. I mean, it does not get much better than a two-door hardtop to me, and it's just my favorite ever. My first car was a 1957 Chevy two-door post, and another two-door post has been on my bucket list for 20 years now, and luckily a two-door hardtop came in. My customer bought it. We were just gonna do a flip together. He's a really cool customer. I got a couple other cars I'm building for him. He cut me a deal on it, and now she's mine. It's not going anywhere. It's finally running good. This one's gonna be around for a long time. You're gonna see me driving the shit out of that. I know this is a longer video. If you got all the way to the end, comment a crown. I will try and respond to all the crowns that get commented. We're doing a bunch of crazy stuff with the CRX build and the under $1,000 Mustang. Those are gonna be the majority of my videos going forward, so stay tuned for all that. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps more than you can imagine. Go to Caseyscustoms.com for the coolest merchandise on the planet. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they tell you at the end of videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace. I love you.